Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with our sign-specific weekly astrological tarot reading. This is for September 10th through September 16th, and this reading is for Capricorn. Okay, so I want to go over really quickly the big theme for the week and for this reading, and that theme is moving forward. We have two specific events happening both in Virgo that signal a time of forward momentum. And the first one is a new moon in Virgo, giving us a kind of new, fresh restart in that sign. And then the next day, on Friday, we have Mercury stationing direct in Virgo. So all the lessons we've been learning, all the lessons that Mercury retrograde has been teaching us, all of that is coming to fruition. It's coming to a place of utilization, and we will be able to utilize that and move forward with that knowledge and with Mercury. So I wanted this spread today and this week to give us some insight into Mercury retrograde and how we can move forward. So we'll be doing a 3-card spread, and the first position is success. So where we had success during Mercury retrograde, challenge, what was challenging, and advice. What advice we need to hear as we move forward on our journey. So as I begin my shuffle, I'm going to be thinking about the intention that I set for us, and that intention is move forward. So pretty obvious, pretty straightforward, pretty clear, but it's essential. I want this spread to really help us understand that directionality. So I really hope that it does. But first, it's going to give us some idea of how Mercury's retrograde was for us up to the point it turns direct. So success. What was successful for us during that time? Five of Wands. What was challenging for you during this retrograde period? Knight of Swords, reversed. Okay. What advice do you need to hear as we move forward with Mercury? Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay, Capricorn, here we go. So, as Mercury has been in retrograde, and you have been dealing with all things Virgo, as you have been figuring out your own personal directionality outside of Mercury's, what, where, and how you're going, what direction you're going in, how you're doing that, and why you are going in that direction. That's what this process has probably been about for you. That's what this season maybe is about for you. It's understanding your own personal directionality. So as all of us shift directions, as we all stop looking backward and review and start looking forward, it's almost doubly important for you. And I see that in the advice column, which is great. But let's start with success. Where you have had success, according to the Five of Wands in success, is in thriving in the challenge. I think specifically here, some kind of something with a competitive nature. Whether that's competing with the season, whether that is competing with others somehow. It's not negative though, because it's upright. It's showing that you have had success in thriving off of that part of the journey. So it's awesome to see that you've actually been enjoying the struggle a little bit. I think if you haven't been, if that sounds totally foreign to you, I would, this week before Mercury stations direct, I would look inside and figure out what part of the journey felt like a competition for you, what maybe even felt conflicting for you, And then find out what was positive about that. I think you'll find something there because it shows me here that you have found pleasure, balance, and maybe a little bit of value in some kind of competitive focus. But in the challenge section, what's been challenging for you during Mercury's retrograde is the Knight of Swords reverse. So what's been challenging for you, according to this, is it's been hard for you to slow down. It's been hard for you to just focus on the journey, focus on what Mercury's retrograde has been. Maybe it's because you've been distracted by these conflicts or this competitive edge or mode that you've been in. Maybe it's that. Regardless, it's been challenging for you to slow down. Or maybe it's been challenging because you've had to slow down and you kind of want to get through Mercury retrograde as soon as possible. You will not be alone in that thought. But I think it's showing me here that maybe because you've been distracted by what Mercury retrograde has been doing for you, you've been wanting to move faster than you can on the journey of self-discovery that you're on the journey forward to whatever it is you're going. It's been a struggle. But that's okay, because there's good news ahead. There's a really good sign and really good advice. And that's the Knight of Wands. So all of that slowing down you've had to do, whether you wanted to or not. All of that passion and maybe energy you got from something you don't usually thrive in, which is conflict and competition. Whatever energy you got from kind of fighting, even if you were just trying to get through Mercury's retrograde, all of that energy you are going to be able to utilize, you should utilize, to burst forward as Mercury does. With Mercury, hand in hand. Proudly, strongly, confidently, and yes, even for you, passionately. I really hope you found passion in this retrograde period. Utilize that. You're going to be able to utilize that to go at whatever speed you want to go on the journey towards where you're headed. If you don't know where you're headed, or you don't know what passion is, what that feels like, what that means for you, use this new moon to set an intention to find out. I think that'll be key. Find out where you're headed. Find out how you do that passionately. Find your connection to passion. Let this new moon do that. It's a Virgo new moon, so it's not going to be full of passion. But for you, even with that, for you, it's really going to be important for you to find passion, even in a Virgo new moon. You'll need it to be able to blaze the trail in front of you, which you need to do, and you will do as soon as Mercury stations direct. I can't wait to see where you go. I'll see you next week.